Today on the channel, we're back at it with another loose collector action figure unboxing, this time again from the Crypt series with the Skookum.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Loose Collector Crypt series unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Bigfoot's nephew, maybe. We got the Skookum, but for all your Skookum needs and a whole lot more, hit up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code ADOFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Gotta get the deal out there. And you know we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the Skookum is one I've never heard of. Now, I'm pretty, dare I say, balls deep. Yep, I said it, Todd. Into the cryptozoological creatures. I've watched all the shows over the years. I love this kind of stuff. I love the cryptids. I love the werewolves of the world, the Bigfoots, the yetis. I love all of it and all points in between. I've never heard of the Skookum, really, but it's just another word for Bigfoot, I think is basically what it is, like a Chinook term or something. So I don't know. You call it Bigfoot, call it whatever you want. I understand with this line, they already got Bigfoot, they got the Yeti, and they want to get the most out of their molds. They want all the money from us. What can we name this guy? So they looked for another term for Bigfoot. Bam, right here. We got another monster on our hands, but I'm here for it. Hairy bipedal creature, sign me up all day long, twice on Sunday. You know how we do around here. So I'm excited for this one, and we're unboxing them all here on the channel. Can't wait to dive into this. Starting a little cryptid army is what I'm doing in my collection, but we're going to dive into it. We're going to look at the packaging here. Nice packaging all in all. Skookum down here, Crypt up here. Basically a black Bigfoot. It'll be interesting to see what difference we have from the Bigfoot we already unboxed on the channel. But he's looking very burly here, looking like a burly man, Bigfoot, gorilla type creature. Monster type creature as well. 1/12 scale action figure. We'll do comparisons later in this video. Glamour shot. And then we do got a little bit of the readout there. You can pause the video and read that if you want to. Then we got the cross sell of his buddies in the family. Not suitable for children under 5 years old. So you 4-year-olds, you can't handle this Skookum. But it looks like he's from the Cascade Mountains. Where's the Cascade Mountains? Is that like Virginia or something? I don't know. I think he's from the Luss Hills. The real ones know about the Luss Hills. You ever hear that story on my podcast about the Luss Hills? Getting lost out there on a field trip and threatening to eat someone. It's a long story. You'd have to watch the podcast. But there it is. Not a whole lot going on in here. Kind of covered up as far as plastic and everything goes. But very similar to the last roundabout with Bigfoot. But I'm going to take this offline. Get all this out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Skookum. All right, we got the Skookum out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start with the accessories, just like we did with Bigfoot. We got the long hands, the splayed out hands. I'm going to carve you up hands with those long, black, creepy nails. Looking very monstrous here. Nightmare fuel, if there ever was one. Looking good. And then if he doesn't want to carve you up with his nails, he's going to beat you down with his fists of fury. Pound on you like a gorilla. Looking pretty good. Black nails once again. Got the little fur on the top here. Nice attention to detail. Nice looking there, of course, in the hands department. Then we got the hands that'll shake your hand right out of the package. Now, I was a little scared. I was missing this hand out of the package. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then it was caught up behind him in his back and his fur. So somewhere shipping from China, it got dislodged. So thankfully, I didn't lose a hand. I was like, oh, of course, I'm missing a hand. Thankfully, I was not, as these are fairly expensive figures. So if you can save some money on them, you're in luck, of course. So now we're diving into the Skookum, and I guess let's dive into the head sculpts here. What, Todd McFarlane? You love the Skookum movie? I don't know of a Skookum movie. You've heard of a Skookum movie? Yeah? It's about that mansion and all those guys and those teens and that old guy and all the crazy... Oh, he's thinking of Spookies. You're thinking of the movie Spookies. You guys ever seen Spookies? 80s classic. Hey, we're watching Spookies. You know what Joe Bob used to sing about Spookies? You're thinking Spookies. That's a whole different thing than Skookum. But if you've ever seen Spookies, you better check it out and try to tell me what it's about. I'm not sure after all these years. But we do got two heads on this one. Two heads better than one, as we do know. Looking awfully a lot like Bigfoot, as you can imagine. You get the different face, though, on this, so I appreciate the differences. Got those big ears akin to an elf on this guy. Looking extra creepy, though. I would say this is more nightmare fuel than Bigfoot, where this is a guy I'd be scared he's going to tear me apart, where if I saw Bigfoot, I'm like, oh, I'm just like stunned. I'm like shocked. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This guy you see, you immediately start running, I think is the difference. Got those piercing red eyes, got those fangs ready to go. Looking extra dangerous here. And then you got the screaming, yelling one. This is where you see him at first, and then he lets out a howl that just chills you to the bone, and you start running away. Almost looks like he's turned into like a werewolf or something, but extra creepy on this side. Looking nice. So we got two heads, and as they say, two heads are better than one, as we know. You know, pop the head on for the full effect here. A little tight. Ugh, come on, there it is. Oh, nope. I should say, I almost forgot to mention, you do got the hair that is removable, so you got two of those. We saw that with Bigfoot as well. Makes sense. Get the most out of your molds. We know how they do it by now. There we go. Pop that head on there. Looking pretty good. He's big and he's bad and he's beefy and he's from the woods and all in black here. He's just going to sit in the darkness and just kind of lurk there, and nobody's going to see him because he's going to mesh in with all the shrubbery and stuff, of course. But looking extra evil here. Big, heavy figure, 1/12 scale once again. Not sure exactly where I put this with. The fun thing is you can almost put this in any toy line because Bigfoot has sizes of all different sizes, as do I assume the Yeti and the Skookum. So it makes sense. You can put him with your Marvel Legends, your G.I. Joes. You want him a bad guy the Joe team has to take down. Who knows? Maybe they turn him around, turn him into a Heart of Gold and becomes a classic G.I. Joe team member. That could happen too. Maybe he rips Duke into shreds, and then everybody celebrates, and they welcome him in as the new leader of G.I. Joe with Flint. Yeah, you never know what might happen. But he is black all over, black fur throughout. You do get a little bit of brownish kind of grays in the hands and the feet. But besides that, we're all black. He's got that diaper there. It's almost like a thong diaper is what it looks like in the front. He's packing some heat down there, that Skookum, Todd McFarlane. You got the big old toes down here, much like a Bigfoot once again. You got those big toenails going on there. Arms do go all the way around. I will say arms very tight. I will say as well, this hand does not want to stay in very well. There we go. Got it out there though. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbow, smooth as butter there. Hands removable back, far side to side. Head removable as we do know. Hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. Big old Skookum splits if you need them. Leg goes up for that big boot like the Hulkster. Double jointed pinless knees, the smoothest of butter I've ever seen. Yeah, margarine, it could be. It could be margarine from Tom McFarlane. And then you get the ankles back and forth, up and down, and that toe articulation. What more could you ask for there? The old Skookum ready to go, ready to take on all comers. A more evil Bigfoot, at least how he is in my imagination. And you could almost say, hey, Bigfoot's going to be the good guy. He's going to be on a team or whatever, and he's going to take on the Skookum. You could have a hoss fight if there ever was one, like King Kong versus Godzilla, but with more hair. With more hair is what it would be. But there's the old Skookum right there. But speaking of Bigfoot, I've mentioned him enough. Let's bust him out. Let's see the differences here. Very similar, as you can imagine. A lot of reuse between these two, but you got to get the most out of your molds. We know the game by now. Different in the head department, though. That's the fun thing. That makes them feel the most different. If they're going to change anything, it's got to be the head, and they did do that right there. We do got the Crypt Mr. Hyde, another figure in this line. Very cool figure that we do love. And then just your standard figure size here. We got Ghost Rider, kind of your standard Marvel Legend in a lot of ways. Looking pretty good. And then I did get Grizzly, the recent figure here from Marvel Legends. So you can see Grizzly looks like a little pup next to these guys. Look at that size difference. Absolutely, absolutely wild. So a lot going on here, a lot to unpack. These figures aren't going to be for everybody. Have to imagine out of all the loose collectors, Bigfoot's got to be the highest seller, then probably the Yeti, and then I would think the Skookum. That's for the hardcores. That's for the guys that are going deep in the line, I would say. But he does look menacing. He does look cool, and I would say he looks almost the most evil of the bunch. So you got to vote with your wallet which one you're after, and that's where I ask you, which one are you after? Which one are you going to pick up here? Do you need this guy in your collection? You picking up any of these? You grabbed any of these Crypt figures? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. You get early access to the podcast, all my videos from both my YouTube channels, Glamour Shot, exclusive stuff, giveaways. It's all over there. Check out Patreon, support the channel. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available each and every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for another Loose Collector unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?